Most of us are hurt not because people around us are bad. We are hurt because we expect too much. We connect our peace and happiness to different people, situations, their behavior, outcomes, which are not even in our own control. In this video today, I'm going to talk about something which really changed my mindset and the way I think. It's about learning to be detached. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring about them. It doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop suffering. So why we get attached? We get attached because we care emotionally. We care about them. We listen them. We take care of them, and we put in so much of our emotions, our energy to them. And without even realizing, we connect our happiness, our peace to their behavior, how they treat us, how they give back to us. And there is nothing wrong in that. But when you start expecting those words of appreciation from them, though the love back given to you, and when expectations are not met, that's when where it hurts. Let's say you're waiting them to reply back to your message which you sent last night, or you are planning to make a surprise to your best friend and you are expecting the words of appreciation or a good thank you note from them, but they don't send it to you. These are a few of the things which I'm telling you as an example, which happens and we do on a day-to-day basis. And when we don't receive the same love, the same care in return, it hurts. And I know that. And so when I say learn to be detached, when I say detachment, it doesn't mean you being mean, being cold to them, being rude to them, doesn't mean anything like that. It means that you still love them, you still care for them, you still be there for them, but without anything expected in return, without any expectations. You still show up for them, but you don't control, or you don't expect any outcomes out of that. It doesn't mean you stop loving them. It means you stop losing yourself for them. You still care for them. You still show up when they need you, but you don't lose yourself, your peace, your happiness for them in any way. Detachment is basically loving and doing things without keeping any expectations. So, what's the difference between attachment and, say, detachment? So, your attachment, when you are attached to a thing or a person or a situation, that attachment says, I want them to expect and return the same energy, same love, same care to me. And when that will happen, I will feel okay. But what detachment says? It says even if they don't return it back, even if they don't reciprocate my efforts, I will be okay. One comes from fear, and one comes from your self trust, your self love. And when you are attached to some person in any relationship or any friendship, you expect them you chase them for efforts, for replies, for doing things for you. But when you get detached from them, when you take yourself out of the situation and observe from a distance, you don't chase, you stop chasing. You don't force them to treat you in any similar way. You don't beg for attention, you don't force any communication, you just observe and you let them do what they want to do naturally. You don't force anything. So let people choose you naturally. Don't chase them, don't beg them for anything. Detachment doesn't mean you stop loving or caring, it means you are emotionally free. Your emotions, your happiness, your peace is not dependent on others' people behavior. Same thing Same thing is applicable to your workplace, your office, or where you work. You value people, you know that. You appreciate their work, but don't expect people to value you the same way you value them. Just do your work seriously, put in your hard work, put in the efforts which you are supposed to do, and don't bind your self worth to the expectation and appreciation from others. Just do your work, be true to yourself, and let that appreciation flows. Even if it doesn't define your self worth. Not everyone will value you for your efforts, for your hard work at the workplace. But you should be true to yourself, because when you are true to yourself and when you put in that hard work, you know your self worth. You are complete in your own. You don't need extra validation. So stop seeking extra validation from your co-workers, or say let's your manager or anything, a senior, any senior. If they don't see the value, you should be fine with it. Learn to be detached. And how you will learn? When you are true in your own self, when you know your self worth. How would you know that? When you know that you have put in the hard work there. So you don't need to prove anything to anyone. How to practice detachment daily. So learn, first thing, learn to observe rather than reacting. Observe people, how they are behaving around you, how they are reciprocating to you, how they are treating you, how they are looking upon you, and accept who they are. Stop forcing outcomes, stop controlling situations. Just be aware in your own self, in your own worth. Also, whenever any situation comes up, take a pause, take a deep breath, and then react, or whatever the response you want to give, in a positive and a calm manner. Stop overreacting. Stop seeking validation from the people who are not even sure about themselves. You put in the hard work, so you should be proud of yourself, and you should be so sure of that, yet you don't need any other person's validation, be it in your personal life, be it in your workplace, anywhere in the world. You go out on the street, you go out in a shopping market, you don't need anyone's validation. Accept the situations and people as they are and leave them there. You don't need to chase them, you don't need to change them anything. And how you will do that? Start creating and building a life on your own, beyond that one person, beyond that one friend, or beyond that one role which you work for your living. Create a own life on your own. Beyond all of that, they should not be a part of it. They should be separate. And your life which you are creating for your own self, it should be separate, totally owned by you. That's how you shift your energy and your focus from those people, those situations, those places, to your own self, to your own life, to your own identity. That's how you build your own identity. That's how you build your confidence. So what happens when you finally detach? You stop overthinking. You will feel more lighter, more confidence in your own. You stop chasing people, you stop seeking validation, because you are on your own. You know your self-worth. You don't need any other person's approval on that. Your life, your thinking, your thoughts, it becomes more clearer. You know what is right, what to do, what not to do, what your energy should be going towards, and what should not be going towards. You stop overthinking. You start making better decisions, more clear, better choices in your life. You start choose before, you start choosing peace and calm before chaos, above chaos. Chaos that was create, created by your way of chasing people. You start feeling lighter, more happier in your own. You don't become cold or mean, you become emotionally strong. Detachment is not about leaving people, it's about not abandoning and leaving yourself while loving them. The moment you stop expecting people to behave in a certain way, life becomes peaceful. If this video resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.